Hey guys, so this video is all about all I know in my past of playing Alice Smash Returns and all of that. So basically, ever since when I was a little kid, I started off watching the movie Alice in Wonderland, which got me into all this trippy type stuff. Um, I started off being very obsessed with Cheshire the Cat and Alice herself and the outfit she wore. So I started wearing a lot of dresses back then, and I only wanted kind of like blue dresses, and I always got a white apron to go with it. So that happened, and as I grew older, I became much more darker, and I probably, ever since I turned around 11, 12, or 13, I found out about the game Alice, which is around when I first got my first Xbox 360, because before that I had the old school Wii. So I only was able to play Alice Returns on Xbox, which is when I got my first consoles around 10 or 11. Before that is when I had my old school Wii. Going from 1 to 10 is all the years I had it, because my mom gave it to me when she had hers. So I had that. Um, Basically, once I had Alice Returns, I could not stop it. I played it on a daily basis. So I got to that point where I literally binge played that game. I got to the point where I made fake blood splatters on a white t-shirt, and I got a white skirt from Spencer's, and white face paint, and fake blood, and red contacts, which I gave away for money to buy stuff out top. All of that went on, and I bleached my hair for it. The whole cosplay, because I went to Comic Con as that as well. The time I was playing Alice, every time I played it, I was in a certain outfit she wore that I got online or made myself, which I would do a DIY someday. So one was, I probably showed it in my clothing video, but it was a big long sleeve sweater, and it was striped black and gray or something like that. So around that, I had a black skirt, which I will try to find for y'all, and it was a white apron with a belt to go along with it. Well, not a white apron, in exact, it was kind of grayish, but white is kind of like a tint between those two. And in that cosplay, I should have a picture, and I will try to post if I can edit pictures in my videos, which I have an app, but I'm too lazy to go on, but I'll try for y'all. I had extensions that I put in my hair and dyed my whole head black. And for proof, I have my own pictures of when I dyed my hair black, but I still had it like this short, and I put it all around, not too much. So I only ordered a certain type because she had her hair up to here, and I ordered green contacts for my eyes and put just a normal amount of eyeliner, not this much. And I kind of put lip gloss on my lips and lightened up my skin tone with foundation to do that. For the hysteria, like I already said all that stuff. But throughout the game, I basically was obsessed with the villains. Cause Mom, I'm making a video. Um, I learned more about the villains and found out how they were made, because Alice, while she was in the hospital, she was basically drawing these things before she went mad. So as she was drawing these things, when she got lost into the Madness Returns, which is also known as Wonderland, the villains came to that as well. So when she started drawing them, it was after her family burned down in the house, but she was able to escape. Although when she jumped out, her rabbit, which was a stuffed toy, was still there, but she always wanted it back because it was like full of memories filled with her. Her little sister Elizabeth Littles, which was one of my roleplay accounts before, um, basically people died in the house fire. She was the only one to escape. So, as in the trailers you see, the things you see in that is you can see the memories, and the fire is due to the full house burning down. So, as she gets sucked into that, she gets sucked into the memories of when she was with her family, and as well as when she gets into Wonderland. That is how it all started, because once you go through a very trauma-filled event, it kind of takes a big impact on you, which did the same to her. Although Alice in Wonderland, the real Alice Little died from a big acid trip and tripping or falling into a pond and drowning. But through Alice Returns, they have very good villains. My favorite one is a bitch baby and the Insidious Insidious ruins are the first one you will fight, but there's also bolt flies. Bolt flies are the easiest ones because you have a pepper grinder, a vorpal blade, but as well you can level up once you get more teeth. Teeth are kind of like coins, yet alone in other video games that you get coins, money, like money you can get in GTA, as because it's more real life graphics, but so is Alice Smash Returns. It's nothing animated. It looks animated, but it has like really real life looking gory effects to it. So through everything you see in that whole video game, it's based more kind of effectively of the whole history of Alice herself, because she did lose some of her family members in real life, but the real Alice, and she is a real person. There's no one can make up something about that type of shit, because she really was real. Like, you can look it up on the wiki. But so going more into the video game, dolls. The dolls was based upon because she used to play with dolls all the time with her sisters, and she basically lost those as well as it burned. You can see some parts, as in the dollhouse part where it's all stitched up, so is her toy rabbit that almost burned on the house fire, but it was lucky enough to kind of fall out the window, I guess you can say, and she went with it, and she, escaped. So she started seeing Dr. Bumpy at the same asylum because she had nowhere to go. So after that, he put a trance on her, saying, Alice, forget the past, go to Wonderland, and all of that. So she went to Wonderland. She closed her eyes. Closing your eyes and thinking of a place and receiving all these thoughts of what you've done in the past takes a bigger impact on you than when it really happened, because you remember it all and it gives you emotional pain and thoughts. So as she got trapped in her own mind, she went, and with the doll as self, she went down this, you see, like a tube. She goes down as a doll, like I was saying before, she's played with dolls with her sisters. She went as a doll, and as she formed more up, she basically became Alice with the dress. In the beginning of the game, she started to basically drown in a lake of blood of baby doll heads that were like ripped off. So in the asylum, Dr. Bumpy was a bad guy because he used to label the kids and put numbers on them and put them all under stress, because few of the girls in the asylum you could see more farther in the game where it's almost the end, she had like kind of her head was chopped off, and so was the body, and very big stitches on impacted. And the dollhouse, all the girls came in to talk to Alice to see if they saved her. They were all going insane because one of them had stitches going all across their head with blood dripping down the face, and a big smile that was open wide with kind of like clamps and all this other stuff. So that happened. And another one is the fact that there's a teapot cannon. I'm telling you all about the villains and everything about the game, so this is going to be a spoiler video. The teapot cannon is a big teapot that it's kind of like a demon eye, and it spits out hot burning tea at Alice, which takes a big effect on her health levels. Her health levels looks like a rose. She used to like gardening. And as that happened you can gain more up by killing enemies that receive the blood turns into, you can say, clotted blood, but they turn into blood red roses. So during that effect, Alice goes in hysteria mode once you go more into the game and you get to the more gory and scarier characters, or villains I might say. She gets hysteria mode. Hysteria mode is when she looks more possessed. So she basically is invincible. She has better stealth, she can take more effect with her weapons. The first weapon you may get is the vorpal blade, and once you see the girl who chops up a pig snout is basically tricks and cheats you can get, or mods you can say if you want, that gets you little help through the game, and it kind of helps you out because it gives you little, and part of it, you first start out at the Trail of Tears, if you want me to say that. There's a statue of Alice crying, and she has black tears coming out that form little, I forgot the name, but they're kind of like eagle looking things, or slugs or whatever, and they can attack you. So you fight them with your vorpal blade. But if you already finished the game before, you can go back with all the weapons you still have from before, unless you restart the whole thing, delete it, and all that stuff. So you can get extra content, but you have to pay for it. Extra content can come with the one-eyed doll type thing. Like, you can get different type of outfits, more exclusive stuff. Once you get the if you get the full exclusive game, it comes with the American McGee's Alice and all this other type of stuff, which is basically Alice in a more chibi or animated type version. Everything's smaller, more animated, kind of more dollhouse like. So all that goes on. Throughout that, it's really more hard because she's in a cave, and once she escapes, it goes to a real wonderland like in the original video game. But the original Alice Smash Returns, I'm gonna go back to talking about. It got me to the point where I get too obsessed. So I started dressing like her. That's how I started doing my makeup. When I started doing makeup, I did it like her. I got red eyeshadow from Sugar Pill, and I put that on, and with black eyeliner and all of that. And when I wanted to do one when she got out of the hospital, she was by the docks, I put on brown eyeshadow with a which I use for the brown eyeshadow. I used something that wasn't sparkle filled. I used that, and it is Sephora Smoky Eyes, so it was really easy to do because she had smoky eyes in that effect. So she kind of like, what I did is, I'm gonna do a tutorial soon. She take brown eyeshadow, kind of spread it a little bit, putting black eyeliner going across the crease. Nothing on your waterline, kind of go under it though. Not on your waterline because it makes your eyes look smaller like I did. I don't put eyeliner right here anymore because it did that. So she put it in her eyebrows. She kind of made it like really thin, kind of like this or so. And spreading out the brown eyeshadow using a little brush, you kind of go like out there doing that, you kind of do that. So as that happens, use mascara so it can look a little bit on the darker side. I use Healthy Lengths by Neutrogena. But yeah, and the good things to do is, in my house, outside we had an upside down horseshoe. So I took that and I polished it and I removed all the dirt and all that, and I put it on kind of like a big chain so it looked more real. As I tightened it a little bit, and it was like right around this era, just like as she had it, that happened. So as that went on, I added fake blood that I got from Party City onto the white apron, which I made it look real by adding dark red paint to it, so it doesn't look so party fake thing. So you get a blood capsule from eBay, which is really cheap, probably around $5, and you put it in your mouth. As in the trailer, she had brown hair in that one, besides when she was in the game. Up close, it's brown, dark brown, but across, when she gets out of the hospital, she's near the docks, or anything involved that when she goes around town in the beginning, she meets Cheshire, she had black hair. So basically, get blood capsules, take one, chew on it, and blood will fall out your mouth, just like the trailer. It kind of focuses in, and if you want to do something not so bleh, then you can get like a key, a normal kind of lock type key, put it on a chain, and it's also something she wore in the game. So if you wanted to go as a Comic-Con Alice, I'm giving you all the stuff you can get it at, it's really cheap. You can get all these clothing on I forgot the name of the site, but I'll try to remember. It was on It's Black Friday video. So I'll put a link below once I find it. I'm probably going to go on Chrome and then use YouTube on there, and then come back here and put the links there. So, the other stuff to do is with the steam dress. The steam dress is I got a black dress and kind of black ribbons. If you untie them, wrap them around, and you can get silver and kind of layer it and then put something under it, going like that. You can get any type of very thick belt, so it has the buckle. So you put it there, and you can get the little shoulder things from Amazon or eBay, or you can get it from Etsy for like around 21 bucks. Something like Social Repose have, it's different. Or you can get the regular full-on dress. That's cosplay, but that's too much money because it was around like 90 bucks on Amazon and eBay and all that. you can kind of fluff up a regular dress on the sleeves, but not too much. And let the dress kind of go down, but not too much to the point where it's like full on flat. You can kind of, I guess you can say, I'm trying to think about what they do. That's some type of lace thing you can get online, and it'll kind of puff up the dress at the bottom a little bit. But yeah, all that. More dresses. The dress when you get to the ocean part, you can get a normal blue dress that's really light blue. You can get it anywhere. You can get it at Hot Topic or anything. You can add. There's these things that you can get on eBay or Amazon, which I find better because they have more stuff on Amazon. Or you can go on Google and go on images or shopping or whatever because they show it everywhere. Um, they kind of look like tentacles, you may ask, or like jellyfish type things. You can buy them and attach them to the dress with not hot glue because that'll stain the cloth and it'll burn it more, but kind of like stitch it in. And you can kind of not tie, but like stitch both bottom and top to the dress with a very thin line of sewing needles and other type of stuff so it doesn't look so, yeah, do that so it's not so visible. Use clear. You can get it at Michael's or you can get it at any sewing store near, or you can get sewing needle, all that type of stuff. So you can do that. And the makeup, you can get it from any drugstore. I got Smoky Eyes by Sephora at the mall, but you can also get it at Rite Aid or near pharmacy. For the foundation, the same, but the really pale one you can get at Party City or whatever Halloween store you have near that sells like Halloween makeup, or just Hot Topic full on. They have a really pale makeup thing that's like $5 or something. So, as well as that, you can get kind of like black hair dye at Sally's, which is cheaper. But you can get that, and I got mine for about $5 because I got the little tubes that were easier because it comes out clearer because it came with the conditioner that, you know, made it go with the black hair dye. So once you do that, don't freak out like it looks like white in the beginning, that's what she said, but it turns black while you rub it in. So once you do that, it washes out and you have black hair automatically. So don't freak out when you get those types.